Yours truly, Brevin Thompson, here to talk about Terminator Salvation. Of course, this is a continuation of a collaboration that I'm doing with Chandler on Chandler Talks About, as well as Cody Leech. We're doing a collaboration leading up to Terminator Dark Fate. We're all really excited for that movie, and considering how it'll turn out is still a mystery. But, I mean, I'm trying to avoid as much spoilers for the movie as possible because I know that, I don't want to know too much early reviews, but I just want to keep it hidden. I just want to, just keep that shit hidden. Alright? Alright, now that I got that out of the way, let's, of course, talk about Terminator Salvation. I remember seeing this in theaters with my dad when I was 11 years old. My excitement for this movie was through the roof. I just thought the movie was going to look awesome. I find this film as at least more watchable than Terminator 3 because Terminator 3 was basically just a ripoff of Terminator 2. I would say that Salvation so far is the best sequel in the franchise that we've had since Terminator 2. Because at least it's more watchable and enjoyable than T3. Because at least this wasn't a ripoff of T2. And the cast I thought was good. And McGee's direction I thought was sort of decent. But there were some films in his career that they were mostly okay. Mostly The Babysitter, I would say, is probably his best film. Terminator Salvation would probably be at like number 2 MLS, but yeah. But as for my positives, I thought Christian Bale was he was fantastic as John Connor. There were moments throughout the film. He does stay in character throughout most of the movie, but there are like certain scenes where you can see him like lose his temper, and he even does so after shooting a scene with the filmmakers. He gets like extremely pissed off and everything. But of course, after the film was released, he of course apologized and everything. But as for Sam Worthington as Marcus, I thought he was a good character at least. But I wish that the big reveal wasn't spoiled in the trailers because, why would you spoil something that big in the trailers, revealing that Marcus was a cyborg? They even made the same mistake again with Terminator Genesis, revealing John Connor to turn into a Terminator. And I'm like, why would you spoil something that big during the trailers? It's just, what the hell? But all that aside, I just thought he was a decent character. Anton Yelchin, I hope I said that right, I apologize. I thought he was good as Kyle Reese. He was at least inspired with what Michael Biehn did in the original Terminator movie. So yeah, it's a shame about what happened to him and dying at such an early age. He had like a promising career ahead of him, so yeah, rest in peace. He was a good Kyle Reese. I'm not gonna lie about that. Moon Bloodgood. I hope I said that right. Was good as Blair Williams, and she at least does have a good relationship with Marcus, and I like their chemistry, and it proves that, throughout the movie, she proves that she does truly care about people, and that's one of the few things I like most about her character. But, there was, a select few scenes where, although, she's utilized well, but I just think that, they focus more on what she was supposed to be doing. I just think that the movies could have been a whole lot better if they focused on what was her backstory like before the war or during the war. I just think that would have been a whole lot better. So Yeah, Bryce Dallas Howard I thought was an improvement over Claire Danes in Terminator 3 as Kate, but not that I don't have anything against Claire Danes, period. At least the way her character was established, at least she becomes much more stronger at the last 20 minutes of Terminator 3. But Bryce Dallas Howard, I thought, was at least good enough in Salvation. Common, I wish, Common as Barnes, I wish was a bit more in the movie, but he was a good character, and I loved him in John Wick Chapter 2. He was such a badass. Michael Ironside was good, but I mean, throughout the movie, he acts as an asshole against John Connor. The score by Danny Elfman I thought was decent, but it's not comparable to to the iconic score that we got from the original and Terminator 2 by Brad Fiedel, because Brad Fiedel's score is iconic to this day. And it's a shame that he hadn't come back to the industry, because I loved his score in the original as well as Terminator 2. As for negatives, of course, I hate that they gave away the big spoiler with Marcus being a cyborg. As I don't know why the hell they decided to do that. Right before I go into my negatives, I wanted to do one last positive first. Stan Winston's work in Salvation and in the Terminator franchise, period, is phenomenal. One quick side note, I made an error in my review for An American Werewolf in London. Rick Baker didn't do the special effects for The Thing in 1982. It was mostly Stan Winston. His work for that movie, as well as many other movies, is great. Did an excellent job. I want to apologize for that. That was my bad. So yeah, quick side note, done. Alright, so let's get into the negatives. There were a few minor issues that I had with the score, but still, I mean, I like Danny Elfman, but there were moments throughout the score where you could tell, it's sort of a mix for me, but, I mean, nothing major, it's just okay. There were some characters that I wish that were a bit more established, and, but my biggest issue was, of course, the CG Arnold, because, I mean, of course they didn't have Arnie come back because he was governor of California at the time, but, I mean, I remember seeing that that scene in theaters because, I mean, I was excited, but after a few seconds of that, I was just like, it looks a bit weird. But yeah. Then some designs for the Terminators were a bit of a mix. Mostly the Moto Terminators. I mean, that's like the only one that I had an issue with. So yeah. Trying to think of what else. As for the whole plan that Skynet has, I mean, kill Kyle Reese before John Connor can be born. I mean, because of course, we all know that. I mean, if John sends Kyle back, I mean, he becomes his father. I mean, Skynet knows that. I mean, if you kill Kyle Reese, you reset the future. No John Connor. But it has multiple chances to kill Kyle Reese. I mean, they even spot him in one scene right when they're extracting human prisoners. I mean, if you kill him, the war's over. Just done. No John Connor. It just didn't really make any sense to me. There were a few minor. I know that Warner Brothers had a big debate on how the movie should end, and one ending is that they were gonna have John Connor die, and then have Marcus have his skin replicated with John's or something. I hope I said that right. And then Marcus would kill all the main characters. So that was Skynet's master plan. Of course, that idea was cut because if they released that in theaters, of course that would have pissed a lot of people off. But I'm glad that they didn't go with that ending. But yeah. Despite a few minor issues, I mean, I still like the movie. It's not perfect by any means, but it's more of a watchable sequel than Terminator 3. So I'm going to give Terminator Salvation a B-. So, what did you think of Terminator Salvation? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'm really excited to do more videos. I'm especially excited to do my review for Terminator Genisys, because I can't wait to talk about that piece of shit. As well, I'm really excited for to continue my second season of my annual Halloween special. So can't wait to continue that. So thank you so much as always for watching, and I'm looking forward to doing more reviews very soon. And if you want my thoughts on old or new movies, you know where to find me. But don't worry, I'll be back.